Okay, it's late on day 2 of Greenbuild. Wanted to go over a session I went to earlier today called Persistently Platinum, which again wasn't what I thought it was going to be. This was a case study of the Dell Children's Hospital in Austin, Texas, and the point that they were trying to make was that it really required persistence throughout the entire project to not only achieve LEED Platinum, but for the building to achieve the actual energy performance that they were expecting to achieve in the design. The Dell Children's Hospital is the first and I believe currently only LEED Platinum hospital in the country. And there are a couple of funny things there. There were supposed to be 4 speakers there today, but apparently 2 of them had trouble traveling internationally, which I believe means they didn't know they needed a passport to get into Canada, so they weren't here. And the other 2 speakers had to fill in, but they did a great job. The original engineers on the project apparently got thrown off because they kept telling the hospital that you couldn't get LEED Platinum for a hospital, and they kept saying it over and over and over again, and the owner kept saying, we want LEED Platinum. That was always a requirement right from the beginning. So they asked the number 2 engineers in the selection, can you do LEED Platinum for a hospital? And of course they said, absolutely we can. They're trying to get the job, but they did a good job and ended up getting it. They made the point that Platinum is hard, no question about it, but they went through all the different points that they used to achieve Platinum, but most of it was in the energy. They had a combined heating and power plant that helped them get a lot of their points, and they modeled that the building was going to achieve a 61% energy savings below ASHRAE 90.1. The real problem was that when the building opened and operated, they were getting energy performance not even close to that, not even getting to ASHRAE 90.1. And the point they were trying to make was that it's really you really have to have persistence both in the commissioning and then in the measurement, verification, and operations phases of the project to achieve the energy savings that you believe you're going to achieve. And if you don't measure it, then you're absolutely not going to achieve it. And we've been saying that all along, that measurement verification is the biggest impact you can have on a building's overall energy performance. But the team worked hard together to address a lot of the commissioning items that lingered for literally years after the project was done. There was a lot of new technologies that were new when the building was designed and opened in 2003 that are a little more proven now, so they had to weed through a lot of that. And he said they also had a comedy of errors of commissioning items as well. But the team stuck with it and was able to fix a lot of the problems and get them to, he said they're within now 3 percentage points of their predicted energy savings, so must be in the high 50s from what they were expecting. A couple lessons learned that they describe. It's never too early to do energy modeling. We've been saying that all along. It's nice to hear it when other people say it too. Don't let anybody tell you can't do energy modeling in the SD phase. The building's going to be, close enough to what it's going to be to start doing your early, what we would call SD wizard energy models. You need to have a comprehensive sequence of operations as part of the design. You can't just leave it up to the controls contractor to figure out what the controls are. We've been saying that all along too, that have a detailed, specific sequence of operations, how the building is expected to operate, not just throwing some details on there or leaving it up to the controls contractor. A couple commissioning lessons learned is to actually review the submittals that you're asking to review from a commissioning standpoint. Make sure that you're actually getting what you asked for, what you specified. For the CMs and the contractors, making sure that the commissioning activities are given a high priority and are completed before occupancy. Apparently they didn't finish the commissioning before occupancy, and you can imagine how hard it is to design to do commissioning on an occupied hospital where you can't shut things down very easily. And then the last lesson learned was on the energy management side. It requires extensive training of the owner's operations staff, much more than what would be required for LEED. So make sure that they really understand how the system operates and how the systems are designed to operate as part of the training. Remember, in LEED version 2012, measurement verification points are doubling from what they were. So measurement verification is the biggest impact you can have to the energy performance of a building. Thanks.